Good morning, everyone. Namaste. We are going to start a new book that I'm being guided to read on. It's called Becoming Supernatural by Dr. Joe Dispenza. It's how common people are doing the uncommon. Dr. Joe Dispenza is on TikTok. He's on YouTube. So if you're not following him, I'd highly recommend following him. We're going to start by reading the back of the book. I'll tag him in the comments and you can follow him. It says, this unique and practical guide shows us step by step how to move beyond the limits of the known and into the extraordinary new life. That's by Tony Robbins. It says, by underpinning the deceptivity, simple practices with hard brain science, Dr. Joe proves the supernatural is in fact our natural state of being. It is also ready to our ready grasp. It says, what does it mean to be supernatural? What could you train your brain to tune into the frequencies beyond the material world? Change your brain circuitry and chemistry to access transcendent levels of awareness. Transform your very biology to enable profound healing. This is one of the abilities Dr. Joe Dispenza offers in this revolutionary book, a set of tools that allows ordinary people to reach extraordinary states of being. Dr. Joe, author of the New York Times bestseller, Are You the Placebo?, draws on up to the minute research in neuroscience, epigenetics, psychoneuroimmunology, neurocardiology, and electromagnetism and quantum physics to show how human transformation and change takes place, what it can mean for your lives. In these pages, you'll explore how to free yourself from the past by reconditioning your body to a new mind, how to shift your awareness into the quantum field of infinite possibilities, and much more. Using tools and practices ranging from the state-of-the-art brain imaging to exercise such as walking, meditations, and techniques to strengthen your immune system by thoughts alone. Dr. Joe offers nothing less than a program for stepping outside of physical reality and into a new world. And Dr. Joe is an international lecturer, researcher, corporate consultant, author, educator who has been invited to speak in more than 33 countries on 5 continents. Dr. Joe was in a triathlon riding a bike. He got hit from behind from a sports vehicle going like 55 miles an hour and broke 6 vertebrae. The doctors advised him to go under and get reconstructive surgery on that. He opted out of it and was able to heal himself. So just as a little idea of who he is. So we'll read a little bit of the foreword. It says, throughout human history, there has been an account of everyday people having experiences that catapult them beyond the limits of what they thought is possible. From the multi-century lifespan of Li Ching-yin, the martial artist whose 256-year-long life began in 1677, included 14 wives and over 200 children, and he died in 1933, to spontaneous healing of myriad disease documented by the Institute of Noetic Science, IONS, through 3,500 references from over 800 journals in 20 different languages. The evidence clearly tells us that we're not what we've been told in the past, even more than what we've allowed to imagine. As the acceptance of expanded human potential gains mainstream momentum, the question is shifted from what is possible in our lives to how we get it. How do we awaken our extraordinary potential in everyday life? The answer to this question forms the foundation for this book, Becoming Supernatural, How Common People Are Doing the Uncommon. So I'm going to leave that, but I really relate to that information. I myself understand where he's coming from. So those that don't understand my backstory, I was a child forensic interviewer for 5 years, interviewing children of really horrible, horrific things. It brought up a lot of my trauma from my past that was not dealt with and unhealed. I started having panic attacks in, I believe, 2010, it was, possibly. I can't remember, but I started having panic attacks, and at the time I was going for my master's in psychology, but I had studied about anxiety, but I didn't really understand the effects of how physical it was. So I was constantly going to the ER thinking that I was having a heart attack, when in reality I wasn't. So those were things that continually kept happening to me. I went to the doctors. The doctor put me on medicine. The medicine I didn't really like taking. And, do your own research on all this. I did go to counseling for a very long time. I highly recommend counseling and seeing your doctor. But I started to branch off into holistic things. I started to get into acupuncture. I found a really great acupuncturist. I don't believe all acupuncturists are the same. I just found a really great one that had like 35 years of acupuncture history. He was from India. He really helped me to where I wasn't having those panic attacks, and I only had to go like once every 6 months. It really helped me, and I started to get really angry on why this wasn't offered to me as a solution by the hospitals, by my doctor, by my therapist, when it was something that could actually really benefit and help me and make it to where I could actually cope and function in this world. So as that time had went by, I came into more problems in 2020. I almost lost like my mom, and it was a really bad experience that really kind of set me in motion. And I was also working in the financial field during 2020 when COVID was hitting. So I was in a really bad state, and then I stumbled upon Reiki, and then I started getting Reiki, and then I started realizing I could give Reiki, and then I started healing myself. And since 2021, before that, I was diagnosed to take anxiety medication the rest of my life. They said that was going to be my thing. They also labeled me a patient. I was supposed to take PTSD medication, but because through the Reiki, I was able to completely heal myself. I haven't been on medication since 2021. I quit drinking in August of 2021. I never really drank all the time, but I did drink on the weekends. It did contribute to my anxiety. So those are things that I have done, and that is why I relate to it. So I'm excited to see what Dr. Joe has to say about everything that he has to say. I look forward to reading the rest, and I love you and have a blessed day. Namaste.